Hey, Riku Dude here, and I just want to talk about why I love Dragon Ball Super, well, loved Dragon Ball Super, and why I think it was personally amazing, and why I think it personally didn't deserve a lot of hate that it got. I know this video is probably gonna have like 45 billion dislikes because it's kind of popular on the internet to hate on Super, but this isn't me trying to say that you should like it. This is me saying why personally I loved it. Dragon Ball Super came out in 2015. I was 8 when it first came out. Before I watched Dragon Ball Super, I watched Dragon Ball Z Kai, and I enjoyed Kai, and that was the first time I ever watched anything Dragon Ball. Well, I would say that was the first time I watched anything like actually sitting down and getting invested into the story of Dragon Ball, was with Dragon Ball Z Kai. I remember, and I heard about Dragon Ball Super, and I was like, oh, this sounds pretty cool. And then, I started to watch it. Like, ever since that day, I personally love Dragon Ball Super. I know Dragon Ball Super has had its hardships with, the quote-unquote bad animation and all that stuff, but honestly, I never really saw any of it. I just sat down like, I like this. This is really nice. And it kind of disappoints me that that when Dragon Ball Super came out, it's crazy how, I don't know how I never realized it, but it's crazy how the show, Dragon Ball, not including Kai, but Dragon Ball the story has been on hiatus for years. And when it first came back out, even if it had a rough start, I think it's crazy how people really went all out, like really disapprove of it because of episode 5. Which, yes, the animation on episode 5 looked at, let's say not the best. But you should watch Totally Not Mark's video about that. I'll put it up right here. If I did it, I don't know if I did it right there, but I think he made a great video on the animation and how it was. As an artist and a person who draws and a person who's trying to do animation, I now understand how hard it is. And I can't imagine how it felt to be an animator pushing your limits to and a crazy deadline. I've heard animators in Japan would pass out because they're tired, and then the fact that they're underpaid. I think it's crazy that people would like go on and just hate and cause all this outrage, which you can criticize animation, but it's just crazy that how people were calling for animators to be fired. And I just think that's honestly awful. But even through all that, I think it's incredible that Super was able to come out and make something that was, in my opinion, incredible. Yes, there are some issues in Super, I will admit that. But I think it's still a great show, personally. Now, you don't have to enjoy the show, because this is a video of why I love it. And I think Super is amazing, personally. And I know this is probably going to make a lot of people mad. But personally, I kind of enjoyed it more than Z. Or for me, Z Kai. I grew up with Z Kai. Now, keep in mind, I think Dragon Ball Z is still amazing. Z Kai is also amazing. Actually, I prefer Z Kai, but I still think it's amazing. It's awesome. I think I love it. But I still kind of enjoy Super more. And I don't know why. I know I'm probably going to get hate for that, but I don't know why. As I said, Z is still amazing. I think it's a great one. I personally think it's upsetting when people will actively put down Super and ignore its great moments. Honestly, that's kind of heartbreaking. Could you imagine working on Super as an animator or writer or whatever? Because that's hard. I've tried, and I'm still doing, I have ideas for my own stories and animated series. Writing is hard. I didn't realize how hard it was. I thought, oh, you just write. No, that junk is hard. And now I realize how hard it is. I respect these writers and of course these animators too, because animation is hard, and I respect them a lot more, especially on the conditions they had to do it in. But like I said, I just think it's crazy how people went on and harassed animators for just trying their best, and I think that's honestly heartbreaking. But a big reason why I love Super, it persevered. It went on. It never got canceled. They didn't stop. They kept going. Sure, in episode 5, the animation looked like this. But honestly, at the end of the series, its animation was amazing. Honestly, in my opinion, I think a lot of Super's best animation looked better than a lot of Z's animation. And now, like I said, Z looked awesome. I will admit that. But I think stuff like Goku going Goku versus Jiren with Master Ultra Instinct when he got mad, that was amazingly animated. Or when Goku slid up Kefla's attack, that was awesome. And it kind of upsets me that people will ignore that just to bash on Super and say that it sucks. And you know what? Talking about Z, let's not act like Z always had flawless art or animation. But for about the animation, it's like, let me show you this image I'm pretty sure everybody has seen. You know, this classic image, 1995 compared to 2015. Yeah, people will say, oh, this is proof that Super's animation suck. When, let me tell you something about animation. The one from 1995 is from a movie, and that's a keyframe. A keyframe is a frame that you'll see the most in animation. You know, that's like the most important frame. The one from 2015 is from a TV show. It's from a weekly TV show with deadlines, and it's a in-between frame. An in-between frame is when it's the frame that goes in between the keyframe. It gives it the movement. And the fact that people really consider this bad animation when from that same 1995 movie, it spawned this. And then you also have this nice keyframe of Super Saiyan 3 Goku from, get this, Dragon Ball Super. Now, keep in mind that I am not shaming Dragon Ball Z for these bad frames. I'm trying to prove a point that it's stupid that people used to and will still go and nitpick about in-between frames. So this part of the video, my friend takes over and he talks about why he also loves Super. So go to his channel, subscribe to him because he makes awesome stuff, because he's also an artist like me and he draws as well. And it's starting to animate. So go to his channel and take over, man.
The thing I like about in Dragon Ball Super is their improvement. In the beginning of the series, episode 1 started off great with good animation, good dialogues, comedic acts, and even the introduction to the characters we all knew and loved, such as Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, and etc. But throughout the series, they wasn't doing so good. With bad animation and tight schedules, the fans, including myself, wasn't pleased with this and was so disappointed when this happened. But throughout the show, the animation was getting great, adding old and new animators to the show, such as Nadatoshi Shida, Yu Yu Takahashi, Ryo Onishi, and etc. Again, not bashing on the animators, this was all because the tight schedule Toei had with their company. Anyways, from the God of Destruction arc to the Tournament of Power arc, you can see the major changes in love that Toei was giving to the show. Lastly, one more thing I like about the show is the ending. They could have won with the obvious choice to where Goku defeat the last opponent on stage. But no. Toei Animation thought bigger, to where they would have a pure-hearted character and pure evil character fight alongside each other, Goku and Frieza. Before the last episode, people knew that Goku was going to get a new form, or that we was going to meet Hit again, or that we was going to meet new female Saiyans. But no one thought that Goku and Frieza was going to fight alongside each other in the tournament, which left everyone shocked at the edge of their seats, with Frieza swallowing his pride to work aside Goku and Android 17. Lastly, with Android 17 making a tough decision. Instead of wishing for a boat like we all thought he was going to, instead he wishes all the universes to be back to normal, shocking all viewers, leaving Dragon Ball Super to a close with a great finish.
I honestly just made this video with my friend because I wanted to show the love for Dragon Ball Super. Throughout the years, even after Super ended, there's still people out here saying that Super sucks or why it's awful. But I wanted to make this video because I wanted to show why I personally love Super. I think Super was an amazing show. I know it helped me out some dark times when I was feeling kind of, down. Brought me entertainment for something that was honestly fun. I'm happy it did that. This video was highly inspired by Totally Not Mark, who was an amazing content creator. Man, he also made a video why he loves Super. And now that it's over, and it's been over for a few years now, I sit here thinking like, man, I cannot wait for the next series so I can see, because I know when the next series come out, it's going to be so amazing. And that is why I love Dragon Ball Super.